Hello, Daniel. Thank you for being patient with me. I've had a busy past 2 days. Usually I try to get these readings within 24 hours, so again, apologize, but I want to make sure your first reading is a good reading, and basically I want to give you a little rundown on how my tarot works, how I read and interpret the cards. I'm very much a crystal person, so I have all of my crystals around me. I'm very much connected with my angelic guides, spirit guides, higher self. Those are the people who guide me, and I've spent the past 4 years really cultivating that relationship with them. And they are speaking to your guides, which have opened you. You've allowed your guides to speak to my guides, and we're kind of drawing these messages, these inspirational messages on how we can better walk our spiritual path, how we can better ourselves, evolve, grow, and expand. And this summer solstice time, this is the time of the year where in the northern hemisphere we have the most light. The sun is at the northernmost part, at the Tropic of Cancer, and all that light is coming in. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of light. It's really important to utilize that growth, utilize that expansion for yourself. We're being given a lot of information right now from above and from the sun, so it's really important to be listening, to be expanding, to be quieting your mind, to be entering into states of meditation daily as a daily practice, and incorporating that whenever you do personally as well. So I've done a cardinal direction spread, north, south, east, west. I sent you an image of what the spread looks like, and have determined that spread based on the elements of the different cardinal directions, and then kind of what I draw interpretation of how we can better look at all 4 directions in front of us, behind us, to the left and to the right, seeing that energy from all around us and how we can better center that energy, use that energy during the summer solstice time. So in the north direction, we have the element of water, which is our spiritual and emotional illumination, and we have the Queen of Cups, which is very fitting because cups is the suit that is represented by hearts in the playing card deck, but also represents our spiritual nature, our emotional nature, our watery nature. So this is a well-placed card with the water here because spiritualism is definitely a highlight for you at this time. The Queen is a master of her element. She's the master of the spiritual realm, the realm of love, the realm of the heart, the realm of emotions, the realm of intuition, and she is someone that people come to for guidance and inspiration. Seems like you're probably that person for a lot of people. A lot of people come to you for guidance, for inspiration, maybe even your own family. You are kind of a consoler. You are someone that people come to when they need advice or when they need guidance or when they're thinking about things because people trust you, they feel welcomed by you, and you are obviously an empath. An empath is someone who is very empathetic, is able to feel with that. The cautionary nature of this, though, is not to be too empathetic. You can't take on other people's issues. You can only be a spiritual guide for yourself. You can only heal yourself in what I'm saying, but in being a guide for others by you being you and you being the best you, and by doing your own personal healing work, you are healing others. This amethyst piece popped out to me just now, saying that you definitely should work with amethyst. Amethyst is a purple stone. This is a tumbled version, but there's a lot of different kinds. This is another tumbled version. This is called chevron amethyst because of the patterning. I definitely recommend getting amethyst, having amethyst with you, putting amethyst under your pillow. It's all about dreams. It's all about psychology, all about really delving in with that deeper spark, that deeper spiritual part of yourself. And doing that own clearing work, that own energy work, so that you can be of better service to yourself and then of better service to others, because you can't help other people until you've helped yourself first. In the West, we have the element of earth, and this is about manifestation on the material plane. And we have the 4 of cups. Like I said before, the cups are water. So water and then earth placement is kind of like muddy, fertile soil. And 4 is a number of foundations, of fate, of fated events, fated occurrences. And like I said before, cups are all about water, emotion, the heart, spiritual nature. You're really setting a spiritual foundation for yourself. You've really come into a state of knowing and awareness of how your thoughts, words, and actions dictate your reality, and you've really done a good job of becoming more one with your nature, really being honest and truthful with yourself, truthful in what you're happy about, what you are desiring, what brings you joy, what sparks joy in you, and you're really setting that foundation for yourself, a spiritual foundation. Researching more, looking into more spiritual things, things that interest you, such as tarot, astrology, numerology, divination, Reiki energy, healing work, crystals, etc. Definitely, yeah, you should definitely get more crystals. That would definitely, I think you'd be receptive to crystals. This is a quartz crystal that I have in the center here. Quartz is all about channeling messages. It's a radio frequency, if you will. It's kind of a radio antenna for us to interpret the frequencies that are happening around us and to emit more positive frequencies ourselves and to clarify our frequency. But definitely, if you're interested in crystals, you should get more crystals. They have some inexpensive ones and are totally worth it. And see, there's a little rainbow guy that's speaking to me right now, and rainbows are those angelic spiritual messages. So definitely angel guides of yours saying you should definitely get into more crystals. And if you have any questions about crystals, you are more than welcome to text me or call me. I love crystals. I can tell you more about it. This is a citrine crystal. This is all about creative energy, manifestation, fiery passion, etc. So in the South, we have the element of fire, which is all about passionate and creative impulses. And we have the Empress. The Empress is part of the major arcana, so the tarot card is split into two different parts. There's a major and minor arcana. The minor arcana is essentially a playing card deck. It's the numbers 1 through 10, and then we have 4 pip cards, 4 court cards. And then we have the 22 cards that are beyond, which are called the major arcana, shuffled in there. They have a little bit more intricate detail. They have a story to each of them, and they're very symbolic. They represent the Fool, which is the first card, and his journey as he goes through these different elements and portals and people that he's experiencing on his path, and they have a different message for him. The Empress holds her scepter of power. She has the crown of truth and wisdom, and she has a shield that is protecting her with an eagle on it. And she wears her royal robes and sits on a throne of power. She's a businesswoman. She's definitely related to business, but she's like in this empire. She loves luxury things. She loves fine chocolate. She loves flowers, things that are beautiful, things that are luxurious, celebrating the luxury and the bounty of our universe and our surroundings. So you're passionate and creative energy. It seems like you're really either where you work now, or you have a business, or you have a friend who has a business. Creative energy, like really being excited about creating something, selling something, making a product, making a business. It seems like you have a lot of that creative, passionate energy, and you're someone who can really make things work. You're really good at planning, you're really good at budgeting, really good at kind of seeing an overall picture too, and I'm seeing you kind of in charge of a lot of people eventually, some kind of position in which you're able to, maybe you're feeling like where you are now isn't fulfilling as much of your spiritual needs because you're not able to do what you feel like would be right. You have all these other ideas that if they just let you do them, would be great for your company, whatever you do, but it seems like maybe there's something blocking you there. Maybe not, but definitely you're being ignited. You're really on fire about something. You're really on fire about building your empire. You're really on fire about the future, what your future looks like, what it holds for you. And definitely follow that passion, follow that energy. Now is a great time to really plan. Now is a great time to start reaching out to people who you haven't talked to in a while, who might be able to support you or mentor you. And definitely looking up to other people that you see as successful and reaching out to them, asking for mentorship, guidance, etc. Then we have in the East, we have the element of air, which is all about thoughts, writings, discussions, and debates. And we have the Hermit. The Hermit is another major arcana card, and there's definitely a spiritual element to him as well. So there's a lot of spiritual energy in this tarot reading, a lot of philosophical energy. Why are we here? What are we doing? What is our goal? What is our purpose? And we see the Hermit, he has the lantern of illumination. He has the rod or staff of protection. He has those spiritual cloaks, wearing, going between the veil. He is cloaked, he is hidden, he is shrouded, he knows the secrets. He goes off into the wilderness on the mountaintop to be alone, to listen to nature, to become with one with nature, and definitely showing you have a lot of ideas, you're interested in spiritual nature. You need to be doing your own personal research. You need to have your quiet space that is yours. You need to read that book that you've been interested in, whether it be about whatever subject matter that you're interested in, but that spirit, there's a spiritual element to that. You're wanting to learn more about philosophy. You're wanting to learn more about how the world turns, how to communicate with people, the psychology behind sales or whatnot, like these deep-rooted philosophical, spiritual, scientific even aspects of human nature. Definitely wanting to learn more about that, and taking time for yourself, taking time more for meditation, writing down your thoughts, having your stream of consciousness going, and writing things that you're seeing, feeling, experiencing, keeping a diary of the things that you were learning, and things that interest you. And definitely, I'm seeing taking more time for you, being alone more, even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, but where you are alone without distraction, without the outside world, so you can really delve in and connect with your spiritual guides and say, hey, I want to be given these messages. I want to receive insight and clarity from above, so I ask my angel and spirit guides to bless me, to guide me, and to send me some really clear messages today. Then you're going to be open more to those messages too, and when they come to you, you'll be like, yes, I was waiting for this message of clarity, and I can connect with my own divinity. I can connect with the divine. I don't have to go through someone else. It's helpful to sometimes have someone who can read your cards, but they can't do that work for you. You're going to have to do that internal work, guidance, dialogue, etc. And we're all here on this different emotional evolutionary journey, and our path is our own. So it's really important to follow your own path, to not be swayed by perhaps other thoughts from the past or belief systems that maybe you don't agree with 100%, and that's okay. Take that, what you've learned, and leave the stuff that you don't agree with, but it's okay to pick and choose what you find truth in. You're the one who dictates that truth for yourself. It seems like you're definitely on a soul-searching path, and you're definitely wanting to learn more. So reach out to your guides and say, I am ready to learn more. I am ready to have those people come into my life who are going to help guide me on the right path, and opening yourself up to those messages, because they're there for you waiting. Your angels are always there, guiding and protecting you, but to intercede on your behalf, you have to ask them for help. You have to ask them for guidance and support. So just by simple prayer, and your ancestors as well, lighting a simple candle and saying, ancestors who have come before me, I ask for your guidance, I ask for your clarity, I ask for you to be here on this path with me. And they were there, but when you are inviting them in, they're going to make their presence more known. So anyway, that's what I recommend. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I've been doing this for 4 years for myself. I started reading for myself with this deck. Then I started reading for friends in this past year. Me and my tarot partner Quinn have been reading tarot for the public, and it's been really well received, and I'm very appreciative of the people who've reached out. I hope that this message was powerful for you, and I hope that it brought some, clarity and insight. And if you have any more questions about this or about crystals or anything like that, feel free to reach out. I hope you have a great one, and please let me know how you see this message, and I hope you have a great week ahead.